Hi buddies, Jose Wire Ninjas. We build systems and circuits of integrity. We're also Dream Media's preferred partner in New Jersey. Today, we're in Robbinsville, New Jersey, where we're going to show you how to install a volume control slider, or a volume control module. These come in slider or rotary knobs, probably two other not mentioning. This is the Beale Street Audio VCSI. It's a volume control slider that is impedance matching. Now, impedance matching volume controls, that means multiple volume controls and speaker pairs can be connected to an appropriately powered amplifier. There's no jumper or switch settings necessary, which is really nice because that means you just wire it up, it matches the impedance. If you got 8 ohms, that's cool. You got 4 ohms, that's also cool. No additional work necessary. Very nice and easy to use. Let's unbox this thing and take a look, and then we'll get it installed for you guys. So we have a installation guide, bang. We have screws for the unit, more screws. We get a color option here. It's like almond, kind of, I don't know, elderly color. Again, an almond kind of plate. We have a white plate, that's what we're gonna be using, because, yeah. We have a box. And then we have the actual device here in some fancy packaging. So this is the actual device. It's a volume control slider. It's got a little nifty. I like the way they did that. So the bottom is a little speaker, and then you can see a little raise. It gets louder as you slide the slider up. You see that? Really nice little touch there. I really like it. It's cool, it's cute, it's fun, it works. All right, so you have some circuitry on the back. It's printed wafer board with some ICs, and then you have the actual terminals, the inputs for the board, which transfer to these termination blocks. Beale Street Audio, branding. So what we're going to actually be wiring in is these blocks. And the way we're going to wire them is the way depicted in the schematics. So we have from amp, positive, negative, left, negative, positive, right. Same thing, well, the opposite, speaker side, positive, negative, left, negative, positive, right. So what I recommend is you keep this handy so you know how to wire this thing correctly. Another thing we have is we have pre-labeled our wires. So we're gonna know what's going where. This side is the amp side, it's a 4-conductor, and then these are the speakers that we're gonna hook up to, the two up there. So, we have this thing labeled, ready to go. We're just gonna wire her in. All right, buddies, so like I said, we have these things toned and labeled. The tone verifies the line, verifies the speaker, validates it, and then we have them labeled so we know what's going where. So now, we're gonna grab one of our blocks, our little termination blocks, and this guy. So let's start wiring this guy in. So we'll hit the speaker side first, left and right. So I would say we're gonna use 1 as the left in this zone and then 2 as the right. So let's wire in the first speaker, positive, negative, left. So again, you're gonna need to match the orientation of this because you may look at it this way, you may look at it this way. We need to match the terminals with the lines. So it's good to keep this handy. One thing I'm gonna do real quick is open up all these terminals so they're ready to accept wires. So I'm just gonna turn counterclockwise. That's gonna open up the little terminal block. You can see it sliding down, down, down. Bang, 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 bang. Cool, now she's ready to go. So we have our wire ins. We have one here. We're gonna give a little twist on these. These are pre-terminated or stripped for us, ready to go. Just to save you a couple minutes on your video watching experience. So we're gonna go left, negative to positive. We're gonna match what's depicted here. So black's gonna go here, red's gonna go here. Bang, bang, into the block. So what I like to do is I try to slip them both in at the same time and then get them both tied down, if possible. I'm gonna make sure the ends are nice and taut because, you know what, there we go. Black's in, red's in, and I'm gonna hold them nice and tight and tighten them down. Try to get you guys a good viewing angle. Gotta make sure to hold them in place while you tighten them so they don't go nowhere. Okay. Nice and tight, but not over tight. Very good. Double check. Cool. Do a little tug test, make sure they're good in there. So as you can see, we got red going to positive, we got black going to negative. Now let's hit the second speaker line. Again, we're gonna twist these ends. Make sure they're nice and tight. I think we need a little bit more like a little bit more copper. A little bit more copper on there is necessary, so we're gonna just strip a tiny bit more on there with our handy dandy strippers. All right, cool. Let's get this ready. Twisty twist. All right. Now, negative, then positive for the right. So we're gonna slip them both in. Jeez. Cool. Very cool. Now we're gonna tighten these little blocks down. She's tight. She is tight. Okay, cool. So now let's double check our work, make sure we hit all the right lines. Red, red, black, black, red, good to go. So I'm gonna remove this for now because it'll be in the way for the next side. Let's grab our block. We'll plug in our block and make sure we're hitting the correct orientation. So from amp, left, positive, negative, right, negative, positive. So the way I wire things for myself is for the left side, I use the white as a positive and then a green as a negative. That's just how I do things. You may have a little bit of different color code for yourself, but whatever works, just make sure you match both ends of the same color. You know, this side and then the amp side. I'm opening the terminal block now. Opening the little springs inside, bang, bang. Cool. That guy's good. Now she's ready for wires. Let's go left. We're gonna go positive on the outside, negative on the inside. Let's slip these guys in there. Okay, they're both in, and we can wire. I'm gonna use my tummy as a little shelf unit. There we go. That's a good wire. That's a good boy. All right, cool. Nice and tight, cool. Give it a little tug test, good to go. All right, next is the right, negative, positive. We're gonna hit the black on the inside, red on the outside. Let's try to get them both in there without any stragglers, come on. Nope, we gotta get a little twisted up, good. So they don't poke out while I'm trying to get them in. Oh, let's get this on the inside, there you go. So, come on, Betty. There you go. They're both in there. I'm going to hold them. And use the tummy system if you need to. Like, yeah, not everyone's chubby like you. Hey, it works. All right. So, get a little tug test. They're both in there. So now everything's good. What I recommend is just double check your work. Make sure you hit all the right connections, because if not, you're going to be dealing with it later anyways. So, I'm going to plug in this other side again. She's good to go. Now, we're ready to throw her in the wall. Let's throw her in the wall with the included screws. There's 2 screws that come with this to secure it to the pre-construction bracket, or the low voltage gang as I call them. So, we're going to get our screws ready. We'll get a little drill ready. Try to hang it. Probably not going to work. All right, so we're gonna tuck and fold so they have a nice place to live, the wires. And then you notice that these are gonna slide alongside, so we're gonna tuck and fold on this side, make sure that they can travel, that they don't get caught up, and that they don't come out of the terminals in the process. She's good to go, she's ready for us, so we're gonna get 1 screw in the top. Drywallers filled in my screw holes with spackle, that's cool, because the screw will go right through. Cool. Okay. Yeah, they definitely messed up my gang. I don't know what happened back there. But we will make it work. Okay, good to go. All right. I think the last piece would be getting this plate on. This is a single gang, so we can get the plate on. We'll finish her off. We got 4 screws included here. We'll open that up, get 2 out. It includes 2 white, 2 beige in here. So, I'm gonna go ahead, set the plate. And, geez, they're little. All right, cool. Let's get that. Dude, what are the painters doing here? Oh man, I'm sorry buddies, but it's crazy over here. Not every site's perfect. My work tends to be perfect, but maybe it's because I work to high standards that I notice. Damn, some rough painters over here. All right, so she's nice and tight, secure. I think the last thing you see, I left a little bit of slack just so we can level her off. Let's go ahead and level her off, and then she's good to go. All right, let's make sure she's level. Let's adjust her a little bit, perfectly level. That completes the installation. All right, guys, so I showed you how to wire up the volume control. I show you how to install it in the wall, and I made sure to give you the pro tip of using a level to make sure that your work carries, perfection. That's how you do it, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.